Hi everyone, Dave Gwyndon here, and in this short video I'm going to do a product review of a recent product that I purchased called the Broad Targeting Formula. And the reason I decided to dedicate a full product review to this one was because it absolutely blew me away. Seriously, this course is probably one of the most impressive short Facebook marketing courses I have ever bought, period. And I've actually purchased many Facebook marketing products, and pretty much every single Teespring related marketing product that uses Facebook to promote their shirts online. Like I've pretty much purchased all of them, but this one for some reason is just awesome. The number one skill this guy teaches you in this course is so invaluable that I can't even quantify the value of this information. Like, I know I'm getting all excited and ahead of myself here, but basically what he teaches you is how to use the regular interest targeting feature, which is available inside of the Facebook Ads Manager. But he shows you in a way you've never seen before. I watched lesson 2 of module 1 and I couldn't stop my brain from the incredible amount of amazing ideas that were just busting out of my head when I watched that video. Like, it's actually that exciting. So when I show you this product and show you what it can do, you're going to be blown away. It's pretty cool. Now the thing is, I actually have made just over $231,000 selling shirts from Teespring on Facebook using just Facebook ads. So I actually have a lot of experience, and from that $231,000 I made around $120,000 profit after ad spend. And so I've done a lot of testing. I've listed hundreds and hundreds of ads on Facebook, and I've done a lot of targeting. So when I watched this course, I was just blown away at the information, and I can't even tell you, like, I kept slapping myself in the face every time I saw his video, going, oh man, why didn't I think of that when I was doing my ads? If I had this information just 8 months ago, I probably would have made probably like $1 million in sales from my shirts instead of $250,000. So you can see the value of this. I can't even quantify it. But what I want to do next here is just go through this course and just illustrate and try to explain why I'm so excited and why this is so important to actually have in your toolbox. And what I really like about Jeremy is the fact that he's not really an internet marketer. You know, he doesn't pump out products all the time every week or every month. You know, this is actually his first, or maybe he had another product before this, maybe 1 or 2 products ever. You see, this guy, he just does Facebook marketing as his career. That's how he makes all his money. So this guy is in the trenches, digging the ditches, doing this stuff, and he's spent hundreds and hundreds of hours testing and figuring all of this out. So these are the type of people that you want to learn this information from. Another thing I love about his broad targeting formula is the fact that this actually works better than custom audiences or even using precise interests. Now, you may remember, I think it was last year or something like that, Facebook allowed you to specify precise interests and broad interests within Facebook, but now they just combine them all. But it doesn't really matter. You see, Jeremy has proved over and over again that his targeting works better than precise interests and better than custom audiences. So you don't have to use those scrapers anymore. And in fact, you're not even allowed to use them anymore, to use all those scraping tools that you can create these custom audiences with. Facebook doesn't allow that anymore. And so you don't need it. If you follow this formula, you don't need any of that stuff. And you know what's really cool? In fact, one of my top joint venture partners, Don Wilson, has actually gone on record. I've seen this in another video. He said that Jeremy is one of the best in the world at Facebook targeting. And Don even said that when he goes for advice, to get advice about targeting, he goes to Jeremy. And that's actually pretty impressive, given the fact that Don has made just over $1.4 million in revenue from his recent launch, and his launch was on how to use Facebook ads. So the best in the business is going to Jeremy to learn how to target. All right, let's just get right into it here. Let's just scroll down and you'll see this big button here. Click here to get started. I love this because it's really simple members areas, nothing complex going on here. In here you've got 2 modules. So you got module 1 has 3 lessons, and in lesson 1 he talks about basically the way that people are targeting now, which is the way that I kind of target. It's not a wrong way, but it's not as effective, basically. So he shows you that it's not as effective as his method, and he talks about it so that you know kind of where to start from. And when he gets into lesson 2, which is basically, this is the nuts and bolts of the whole course here. When he got into lesson 2, I was, like I said, I was just blown away. He talks about how to target with the Facebook broad interests. Now, if you don't know what that is, let me just jump inside of Facebook right here. And I just brought up the ad manager. There's nothing really here. I just brought it up just to show you this interest tool right here. So this is what he is talking about in the course. So when you come here, let's say, for example, you're going to do a product on golf, in the golf niche. It could be a Teespring shirt. It could be a CPA offer. It could be building a niche. You could be selling products from Amazon. You could be selling products from eBay. You know, I can go on and on and on. There's a lot of stuff that you can promote in the golf niche. So traditionally, when you come here, you just type in the word golf and you start to take a look at all the other stuff here that Facebook suggests. Well, guess what? There are millions, probably several million different interests that are not showing up here. And Jeremy likes to call those hidden interests. It's kind of similar to like Google. You know, when you do the Google keyword research stuff, you go into the keyword planner there and you try to find keywords, and you don't find all of them that you see in Google when you're typing in the search engine. You know, they have a little drop down as well. We like to call those hidden keywords. Well, guess what? Facebook has hidden interests as well. So how do you find these hidden interests? Well, that's what the course is about, and that's what Jeremy shows you. He shows you how to uncover these by using Google. Pretty cool, isn't it? But if you take a look here, you start targeting people in golf. You know, if you go and target 17.5 million people on your ad, you know, you're not going to have a very good return on investment. You're just going to lose a whole bunch of money. That's not cool. So what you want to do is you want to be diving into specific interests that are really targeted. Now let me just give you an idea of something that he would show you in your course. So let's just hop on over to Google real quickly here. And one thing about golfing, what you do is you have to book a tee time. So why not just come here and type in book a tee time. And if you take a look down here, you'll see this site here is actually a very well-known site for booking tee times for over 5,000 golf courses. So what you do, let's go into here and type in the actual website. If you just type in golf now, you can see golfnow.com without the period in it, because they don't show the little dot in there or whatever in the interest. So you click that, and there we go. We got 94,000 very targeted people that are obviously very involved with golfing because they use this site to book a tee time. Now that's just a tiny little sliver of what Jeremy will show you in this course. And like I said, it just blows me away every time I talk about this, because some of the stuff he found just using Google and just thinking outside the box a little bit is incredible when it comes to finding super targeted audiences for your ads. In one of these videos, I don't know which one it is, but Jeremy goes on to say that 95% of Facebook marketers are not even using the broad interest targeting the way that he does it. So there's definitely a lot of room for everyone to come in here and use these techniques to be successful. He even proved to himself that it's better than going after the work titles. You know, when people are doing, say, the nurse niche for Teespring shirts, they'll go and list ads that only target people that are nurses, that work as a nurse. Well, his methods will actually work better than that. And in fact, he'll use work titles to enhance his method. So this is just wicked. You know, just to give you an idea, you know, he'll target like a specific audience. For example, like say if you're like a sports fan, the Steelers, he'll actually target a specific forum for Steelers fans, you know, and he'll actually address them as, you know, this is a special offer for the Steeler fans forum only, sort of thing. So he does little tricks like that as well. And like I already said, there's no need to do any like scraping for custom audiences, because if you think about it, if you're scraping from, say, a fan page, you got to keep scraping that data all the time in order to get the new users and keep all the engaged users and stuff. Why do that? Why not use broad interest targeting, but using Jeremy's methods, and let Facebook do the work for you? Because Facebook is always going to be updating their ad platform. So there's no point in spending and wasting all that time on those scraped audiences when you just let Facebook do the work for you. So he talks about all of that in lesson 2. And in lesson 3, this is really powerful. He gives you a cheat sheet of a whole bunch of very specific target keywords that you need to use within Google to try and find these super targeted broad interests. So let me just give you a little sneak peek at that document. There's a document that comes along with this video. Alright, here's a peek at his broad targeting formula cheat sheet. Now of course I'm going to have to blur out pretty much everything here because I can't show this information. It's part of his product. But I will show you at least one here, and the one I do want to show you is societies. So the idea here is to use these keywords inside of Google to identify specific targets that you could find within the Facebook ad platform. And what I want to do is show you an example. Now, one example that comes to mind within Teespring is I see a lot of fishing sort of niche shirts, and one I've seen lately is to do with bass fishing. So if we actually just go on over the Facebook, not Facebook, just Google real quickly here, and let's try that. Let's type in Bass Society and see what we come up with here. And as you can see down the bottom here, the part of Wikipedia, Bass Anglers Sportsman Society. You know, I would never have thought of something like that when I would do an ad for a specific shirt for a bass for the bass niche. And like if we go into Facebook and let's just take a look here, let's just delete the one we had there and let's just type that in, Bass Anglers, and see, there it is. You know, 520,000 people, super targeted, one interest here. Like it just gives you an idea of it basically just opens up your mind and gets you so excited when you start seeing the power of these specific interests, because when you're targeting you know, Bass Angler Sportsman Society, you know that these people are really engaged in the sport of bass fishing, right? You don't want to come here and just put bass fishing, because let's just see if it's there, bass fishing. You know, you're looking at 3.4 or 2.4 million people. You know, your ads are not going to convert that well, trust me. So if you go to the society that I just showed you and also use all the other terms that were given in that cheat sheet, you're going to have a deadly set of broad interests that will really dial in your ads and make you a lot of money, or basically a lot of return on investment of whatever you're promoting. And before I continue, as always, I like giving out free content, free information within my videos, so I just want to show you some extra words that you can add to that cheat sheet right here. So journals, clubs, tournaments, coalition, and organizations. In fact, actually Jeremy did talk about some of these, I think journals, tournaments, and organizations within his course, but he didn't write it in the cheat sheet for some reason, so I thought I'd just show you them here. So write those down and put them aside because they really work just as well as some of the ones he showed in there. Now let's move on to, so these are the 3 lessons. In Module 2, this one was really cool and probably my favorite one, just because it gives you a different angle on how to come up with ideas. So let's say you're selling a t-shirt or something like that and you can't figure out what you want to sell. Well, he actually takes his formula and he spins it around on its head and he does it backwards. It's so cool. He goes into the Facebook interest tool and he figures out what, using his cheat sheet, he uses those words, puts them in there, and he starts to see what's on Facebook, and then he matches a product to that interest. It's so powerful, and he goes through a ton of different examples in here. And in fact, there's a whole nother video he does the same thing, not quite the same thing, the broad targeting unplugged right here. It's another half-hour video going through tons of extra different ideas. Like there's no shortage of ideas within these 2 modules. It's awesome. Like for example, he talks about how to list an ad in a very super competitive niche. For example, weight loss. Now, how would you do that? And he reveals exactly how to do that, and I'm just blown away. I can't reveal that secret right now, but you'll have to watch. I believe it's in the broad targeting unplugged in here. He shows you how to use Amazon, and he actually shows you how to use Amazon Kindle as in addition to just Amazon. but it's just wicked. He uses some very specific cool methods to use Amazon and Google with Facebook excuse me, to get super targeted interests for weight loss products. Really cool stuff. And in addition, after you find your super targeted interests, you can utilize all the other tools available in the ad manager here, like the demographics. You can start to dial into if their job titles and behaviors as well. Do they buy with their credit card? Do they buy apparel? Do they buy shirts? Things like that. So once you got your interest dialed in, you can dial it in even more by using behaviors and demographics. But in most cases, you don't actually have to do that, but if you just want to dial it in a little bit more, what that does, it will reduce your ad costs, which brings you more profits. In the last part of the course, he's included 3 case studies that basically he reveals how he finds the interests for these particular Teespring campaigns. Now, don't let that discourage you. If you're not into selling t-shirts online, that's totally fine, because this information, the actual information of knowing how to target your ads, you can apply that to anything, like CPA offers, affiliate products, your own digital products, other people's products, online services, offline services, real estate, anything you can dream of, building your list, whatever it is. You can use this formula for whatever you want to target. So don't be just limited to the t-shirt idea, although selling t-shirts on Facebook is very profitable. I've done it. But anyways, I want to bring your attention to the one here. He sold 698 shirts by targeting firefighters, but he didn't even use the interest firefighters anywhere in his ads. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Now I'm just going to show you here a screenshot of the video, and of course I'm going to blur this out, but behind the blur you can see there's a whole bunch of words here, right? All of those are interests. Those are very specific, tight interests for firefighting, and that's how he got the 700 sales for that t-shirt. It was like $13,000 or $14,000 in revenue from that. I'm not sure the profits he made, but you could just see the extent of how much he goes into specific interests by using his cheat sheet keywords. Now I just want to show you a couple of testimonials here, more just feedback, I guess, from people that have purchased Jeremy's product. And I found this within the laboratory, which is one of Don Wilson's his famous Facebook group there. And as you can see here, it says, "Me and Brad Stevens can't tell enough thanks for Jeremy to put the broad targeting formula together. Here's some Tuesday motivation for everyone." And if you take a look at the amount of money he's made here, like here's a $400 payout, $1,700, $1,800, another $1,000, another $800. So it's obviously working. Let's take a look at another one here. So we take a look at here in the same group there. I just want to bring your attention here what this guy did. Brought at least 7 of my campaigns from the grave and back alive with his killer targeting strategies. Now he's talking about the broad targeting formula. And if you just scroll down here, and if I just click on this image, I'm not sure if you can actually read that, but let me read it here for you. $41,420 plus $9,746 equals $51,166, and his ad spend was $14,768. So basically his profit was $36,397 in 12 days. So 14 grand came from old campaigns that I fired back up using Jeremy's broad targeting formula strategy. 14 grand by using these targeting strategies. So you can see the power of this. So if you have some older Teespring campaigns that are dried up or don't work anymore, well, guess what? You can revive them again by using this formula. Or maybe you have some campaigns that never really worked. Well, try them again. Using this formula, you'll be able to get them in profit. Very powerful. Now, as you can see somewhere on this page, we're running a very limited, time-limited discount. This normally sells for $97, which is still ridiculously low. I can't even put a price point on this like I was mentioning before. If I had this information in my hands just a year ago, I'd have hundreds of thousands of dollars more in my pocket from my Facebook ads. So obviously $100 is nothing, right? But I've got Jeremy to reduce that down to $47 for a very short limited time. So even if it's 97, 47, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter. It's really important that you jump on this and grab it right away, and definitely keep this video course handy, because you're going to need it if you're going to do anything with Facebook marketing, or if you are doing stuff with Facebook marketing. This is what you need to do right now to increase your profits. It's that valuable. So go ahead, grab the product, and I'll see you on the inside. Thanks for watching.